Okay. You ready to say hi to YouTube chat in 3, 2, 1. Roll camera. So, the PTB has come out today, and I have already made 2 separate videos on the patch notes regarding the PTB. We tested it live on stream, along with, I finally was able to get a big enough community to where when I asked for people to help me test out the custom stuff in the PTB, we were able to run customs, and it was actually pretty fun. I might do custom games with the community more often, just in general. However, the point is that we need to talk about a few things. Number 1 is the Mori changes. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody asked for this. No one asked for the Mori changes. Nobody freaking wanted that. Not a single solitary person was like, I'm tired of getting Mori'd by Ebony Mori. Nobody said that. But Behavior has just decided that not only are they going to put in this finisher Mori crap, but they're also going to completely and utterly ruin other Moris. So now how it works is if you bring a yellow Mori, you get 10,000 blood points. If you Mori the last survivor, keep that in mind, the last survivor, I'm gonna go over that in a moment. If you bring a green Mori, it's 20,000. And if you bring a ebony Mori, it's 30,000. These are absolute, okay? Basically, if you bring an ebony Mori, which is one of the rarest offerings in the game, you get 30,000 points for Moriing the last survivor. Now keep that in mind, it's only the last survivor. So if you bring like Devour, Tombstone Myers, Sadako, literally any other way to Mori, and you get more than one Mori, and it's not the last survivor, you don't get the blood points. What that means is, let's say you're playing Condemned Sadako, right? And you go in and you Mori 2 people, but you don't Mori the last survivor. The last survivor escapes, or you have to hook them or whatever. You wasted an iridescent level offering and did not get those blood points. Do you understand how utterly crap that is? I would already be mildly frustrated if it was just blood points per Mori. Like, I would already be mildly frustrated, but at least there would be like some sort of incentive, right? You bring the ebony Mori with Sadako, Sadako, Pyramid Head, Devour, Rancor, whatever, right? And you try to get as many as you can. That might be worth something. But in reality, nobody asked for this. And as we've learned from this patch and the roadmap, Behavior is great at making changes nobody asked for. Moving on, most of the perks from the patch notes are fine. I did an entire video where I broke down all of the perks that would be a major problem. Poised only works 1 time per gen, so I was wrong about Poised, which is great. Quite a few people in my comment section were wrong about DMS, which I'm not surprised because people don't know how to read. The corrective action hyperfocus combo does work. However, I have been informed that will not make it to live, which is great. The quick gambit changes are still very powerful. Now, we only tested quick gambit by itself. And by itself, quick gambit does about 10 to 12% of a gen in around 15-ish seconds. We did find out that if 2 people have quick gambit, it does stack, but the stacking 10% bonus doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. So either it does stack and it doesn't make that much of a difference, or it doesn't stack and we the timing somehow. Either one is perfectly possible. The problem is that quick gambit can be combined with stuff like commodious toolboxes, BNPs, wire spools, swivel sockets, and the billion other gen rush perks in the game. It's not just that quick gambit is a good gen rushing perk, it's that quick gambit is a good gen rushing perk in a sea of good gen rushing perks that just make gen rush more viable. Of course, this does only apply to Swifts, but that's not the point. As for killer perk changes, Zancian, I still hold that Zancian and Predator are two very bad changes and do need to be changed to something else. I don't mind that you want to update Zancian tactics and Predator. I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly reasonable, but I do think that they're both entirely too strong because the only counter to Zancian is distortion and any means necessary. Now, Predator can be directly countered by Zancian, or by distortion, because every time you get back into a chase, distortion will reactivate. So if Predator becomes a massive problem, distortion's gonna be meta, so I would look out for that. On to the killer changes. I have a few issues. Skull Merchant felt like shit. I did 4K my community, but only because they're a bunch of scrubs. I'm kidding. I love you guys. The point is that while I did get the 4K, it was not done because of the power of Skull Merchant. It was done because I'm a halfway decent M1 killer. And it was me using my knowledge of playing M1 killers that got me downs, not the drones. At one point, I was chasing one of my community members, Peck, through Shack, where I had a drone in the middle of Shack, and Peck just walked straight through Shack and did not get scanned. In an entire match, the scan happened maybe 3 times. It is so unbelievably. The only saving grace I'll say is that when a drone is deactivated, it turns white, and that lets you know where it's at. That used to be a thing before, but when a drone was inactive, it was also white. So you could never really tell the difference between a deactivated drone and a drone that was just waiting for someone to walk through it. The 16-meter range seems to be broken. As Skull Merchant, I couldn't see the scan lines outside of 16 meters, but the survivors could for some reason. But let's talk about Billy. Not only did those Billy changes happen, the base kit changes, which feel really bad, by the way. Overcharge comes up way less often than it used to. But they also heavily nerfed some of his add-ons. So the turn rate boots, the dad's boots and the spike boots, both went up 2 rarities, from brown to green and from yellow to purple. And that would be fine, but they also nerfed the numbers. So not only does Billy's best add-ons get upped in rarities, which again, I'm fine with. I'm perfectly fine. They took 2 of Billy's worst add-ons and dropped them down, and they took 2 of his best add-ons and put them up. I'm okay with that. The problem is you can't increase the rarity and then nerf the things. Spiked boots feels so bad now. Like, so bad. LOPRO also got heavily nerfed. You cannot down people with LOPRO anymore. With a LOPRO hit, I mean. If you hit an injured survivor, they instead get deep wounded with LOPRO. I would still say LOPRO is still one of Billy's best add-ons because pre-dropping is just such a good counter to Billy. But realistically speaking, it's a significantly weaker add-on now. You can no longer down people with a LOPRO hit, which feels kind of bad. But yeah, Skull Merchant changes need to be reverted, and then they need to like pick 1 thing or 2 things and take that away instead of 40 things. And the nerfs to boots need to be reverted. The corrective action problem is being fixed. Quick Gambit is still way too strong. I would put Quick Gambit on like a 20-second timer. So like if you're in chase for 20 seconds, the perk is working, and then it goes on cooldown for say 30 seconds, and then 20 seconds, and then 30 seconds, that might be okay. Zancian Tactics and Predator both need to be updated for sure. I still think it's a fairly survivor-sided patch, very survivor-sided. But Billy's add-ons need to be updated. I didn't test Twins or Unknown because I really don't care about either of those killers. But yeah, there's just, and the Ebony changes are just stupid. They're just stupid. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you want to be a part of the PTB testing in the future, we do now have a role within the Discord. So if you're at least 18 years of age of older and you have access to the PTB, head on over to the Discord, make sure you join, chat with the community, ask for ask for the PTB role, and me and the mods will give it to you. And then in the future, when PTBs come up, I'll put out a call tagging that role and being like, hey guys, PTB's coming up. I need 4 people. It's going to be a first come, first serve thing. So you might want to keep notifications on for that. Outside of that, I love you guys very much. And as always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. You want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.
Need more Kaiser in your life? Well, I've got you covered. Check out my second channel, The Kaiser Extras, where I upload full gameplays, stream compilations, me reacting to your Dead by Daylight clips, and more. We also upload a daily short with all the greatest clips from stream. We'll see you over there. Link is in the description.